Hi besties and welcome or welcome back to my channel. For those who don't know me, I'm Sophia and I love reading romance books. So I'm gonna be completely honest with you, I don't have the energy to film something that's gonna like take a lot of energy. So we're doing a book haul. So if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment and subscribe and turn on the notification bell if you want to be notified every time I post. So just quickly before we get started, there's a lot of books here, so I'm not going to be giving a full synopsis for all of them because there is so many and that will literally take me hours. But if anything here takes your fancy, I really encourage you to head over to Goodreads, look up their synopsis, see if it would interest you. And yes, my shelves are looking a bit empty at the moment because I have so many piles of books around my room, and I'm itching to reorganize my bookshelf. Yes, I will film it because I know everybody loves reorganization videos, myself included. Also, this book haul isn't actually going to include all of the books I've accumulated this year because a lot of them I mentioned in my January, February, March reading wrap up. So if you want to go watch that video as well, as a lot of my recent purchases that I've just gotten to before these ones. Okay, so let's get started. In no particular order, the first book on the top of my stack is The Stopover by T.L. Swan. Have not read it. I actually started, well, I got like 30 pages in while I was in a massive reading slump and decided not to read it. But this one is, I think, workplace romance, maybe enemies to lovers, not quite sure. It's a part of the Mile High Club, I think. But yeah, apparently this one's really good, really spicy, so I'm looking forward to reading it. Next we have another one that I attempted to read during my massive reading slump, but didn't make it through. This is Lessons in Corruption by Gianna, darling. What I've read so far is really good. It is teacher-student and very taboo. It takes place in a motorcycle gang. From what I've read, I really liked. Next up, we have All Roads Lead Here by Marianna's Parter. I also tried reading this one in my reading slump. I swear I didn't pull out the reading slump ones first. But yeah, I am very excited to read this one. It follows Tobias and Aurora, very much small town vibes. She is hunky as well. I hate when the books get like that middle. This happens in postage and it's really annoying. But yeah, I'm really excited to read this one. I love Marianna's Parter. I read From Luke Off with Love, was amazing, and so I'm really excited to dive into this one as well. Okay, I promise I'm not doing this on purpose, but we have another one that I gave up during my reading slump. I got about a chapter in and put it back down again, but from what I've read, I really liked it. I think Lily and Lo are going to be a very big part of my life, just not right now. I think I'm going to absolutely love this series when I actually get into it properly. I'm just not really in the mood at the moment. Next up, we have a emotional read, I think. I don't know, haven't read it. But this cover is literally gorgeous, and I think it's a little bit Grumpy Sunshine. I don't really know much about this book other than the fact that I am probably gonna cry. So yeah, I need to wait until I want some emotional damage before I read this one. A Risk Gone Forever by Annis Perkins, by the way. Next up, we have Reminders of Him by Colleen Hoover, her most recent release, and it's so annoying. The pages are like, I don't know if you can see that, but they are like jagged. This one I think has small town vibes again. Kenna, I think her name's Kenna, just got out of jail and she's like on a mission to find her daughter, I think. Yeah, and along the way she meets a man, and because I love romance, this is obviously a romance book. With some emotional damage because it's Colleen Hoover. Okay, next up we have a fan favourite, The Love Hypothesis by Hazelwood. I'm very annoyed that I can't take that sticker off. But yeah, I got this one for my birthday actually, a month ago. My birthday was a month ago. And yeah, I haven't read this one yet. I'm actually terrified of this one because I am doing the same degree as Olive. So I'm like, I don't want to read it. I don't know why that scares me, but it does. Just like all the hype around it. Terrifying. Next up we have The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. This one actually has the same issue with like the jagged pages. I don't know why. Maybe it's the printing company, I'm not sure, but it's really annoying. I don't know, I started reading this one as well during my reading slump. I read like the first couple of pages. The writing style I'm not sure is going to be for me. It just seems like it's maybe going to be a little bit juvenile. I'm not sure though. I will read it eventually. I know a lot of my like favourite booktubers like this one, so maybe I will like it. I'm just not in the mood. So next up is a book that I have actually read. I think this might be the only, oh no, there's some at the end that I have read as well. This is Good Girl Complex by Elle Kennedy. I quite like this book actually. It gets a lot of mixed reviews, but I liked the vibe. I do think that the ending really needed to be fleshed out a little bit more. It really needed an epilogue. It really needed some more time taken in wrapping up the ending, but sort of up until then I really liked it. I thought it was a really good read. Next up, I think we have the thickest book on the pile, The Wall of Winnipeg and Me. It's so chunky, and no, I have not read it yet. I am dying to read this, I promise, but I need to be in the right headspace because it's like almost as thick as my neck. Why did I compare that to my neck? Okay, next we have another sports romance. This is Enemies by Tijan. I cannot wait to read this book. I don't know why I haven't yet. It is a football romance, probably because I'm not in the mood for sports romance. Anyway, it's football romance. I think it's enemies to lovers, hence enemies. Yeah, I've talked about this book in my physical TBR pile, so I'm not gonna go into too much detail, but yeah, I'm very excited to read this one. Heard good things. Next up is another book I got for my birthday. This is The Spanish Love Deception. She is also chunky actually. I didn't think she was going to be that thick, but I am excited to read this one. It's very hyped, which is a little bit scary, but yeah, I'm just not in the mood for like one of these type of romances. So yeah, she will get her turn. Next we have two books that actually arrived yesterday, and I've been seeing hype for these guys all over my bookstagram. It has literally been the only books in my feed recently. This is Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. I have been seeing this book everywhere, and I gave into the hype. Because it seems like my cup of tea, and the hype hasn't like scared me off it yet. So from what I've heard, the heroine in this, I don't actually know their names, but the heroine in this is like a runaway bride because her husband to be is like a real prick, and so she arrives in this town to help her twin sister, I think, but her twin sister scams her, steals her car, steals her money, and so she's basically left stranded. Oh, and her twin sister also leaves her daughter, so this poor girl is now left stranded with no car, no money, and a little girl to take care of. I think he's like the town's bad boy. He is absolutely not falling for the good girl, so I think he's like the town's bad boy. And he thinks she's her sister, and he like curses her out, but then he's like, oh shit, you're not actually your sister. That probably make no sense because I don't know their names. But yeah, I'm excited for this one. It's done with like, I hate Amazon takes such bad care of their books, I swear, but I cannot get these books anywhere else in Australia. If you know any good places to buy these sort of books where they actually take care of them and ship them properly, please let me know. Okay, the second book that I have been seeing hype everywhere on Bookstar, The Confidence of Wildflowers by Macaulay Smotzer. I do know that's not actually pronounced like Michaelia. I think it's Macaulay. Age gap, boy next door, single parent trope, Grumpy Sunshine, I think as well, maybe. I'm so unbelievably excited for this book. However, I did spoil it for myself a couple of months ago, maybe a month ago, because I didn't think I was gonna read it, and so I looked up the like plot twist in it, and I need to like erase that from my memory before I can read this book. Okay, and the third book that I have been seeing all over my Bookstart is A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime by Monica Murphy. I started reading this book last night. I really like it already. It's kind of like Good Girl Bad Boy again, but yeah, I love this book already. I really like her writing style. I really like the kind of setting so far. I think it's gonna be interesting. I think it's gonna be a good read. So last but certainly not least, I have the Brutal Birthright series by Sophie Locke. Oh, these books are like my babies. I love them so much. I have read the first three. I finished Savage Lover last night. Nero? This man, he is absolutely my favorite from these first three. But yeah, I loved Ada and Callum. Ada was so badass. She's freaking awesome. Miko and Nessa, I loved them as well. I really liked it when I finished it. Why can't I get hype about it now? It was very much Remo Serafina, very much Mila and Ronan, just in the fact that it's like kidnapper, captor and captive. It was good though, I really liked it. I preferred this one over Brutal Prince, and then this has been my favourite so far of the three. I love this book so much, I can't even begin to describe it. And then we had the last three, so the next one is Bloody Heart, Broken Vow, and Heavy Crown. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not that excited for Dante. It's Second Chance. I don't necessarily love Second Chance. But two that I am very excited for. I'm very excited for Riona, and I don't know his name, but he's a cowboy. Hello? I'm keen for that. And then I'm very excited for Sebastian, and I don't know her name, so he's so hot. Hello. Okay, so now that I am well and truly covered in books, I want to say thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you maybe expanded your TBR a little bit, because what else am I here for? Yeah, I don't know. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed. And I will see you next time. Oh, and follow my Bookster if you want good book recommendations with like tropes and ratings. Yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye. Okay, and then if I already know I'm gonna drop all of these. Oh my god, I can't get them up. Oh, this is why I go to